Anthony Richardson, the latest to have a pro day. Frank Reich and the crew were there. All good. Richardson talked to the media, and again, Richardson's probably the guy with the most upside, obviously. He's just a raw, unfinished product. People try to make it out like he's the next Cam Newton, except that Anthony Richardson, unlike Cam Newton, did not literally carry a team to a championship. So I don't like the Cam Newton comparisons other than, well, they're two black quarterbacks.
Who went to Florida.
Yeah. Let's not do that, okay? But Richardson understands that. He understands that he has to be more consistent. He talked about that.
It's been working. At times I was very inconsistent throughout the season. So I was just trying to put that behind me, trying to stay consistent because I know inconsistency is not going to work at the next level. So I just been grinding at that, just trying to, perfect my.
So that's Anthony Richardson. Here's Todd McShay on ESPN with CJ Stroud and Bryce Young. Those are the 1 and 2. All right, those are the guys that most people are debating for the Carolina Panthers. Will Levis is kind of a dark horse for this. There are some Anthony Richardson truthers out there. McShay was asked to, who had the better pro day?
Anthony Richardson. I thought, Will Levis has a big-time arm, and obviously he's mobile, and he's got a heart of a lion, and you saw him battle through injuries this past year.
I'm going to need that one too, Dennis.
And young receivers and a running back who's stand-up was suspended the first 4 games. There's a lot to work with, with Levis too. I don't think he's ready to start year 1. So then all of a sudden when you get him as a starter in year 2, now you're talking about a 25-year-old versus bringing in Anthony Richardson, who has greater tools, not as experienced, but give me a couple years to develop him, even maybe just 1 year. But if it's 2, that's fine too. I think there's just more upside, and you have the luxury of being patient because he is so young.
So
yeah, I'm going to need the heart of a lion.
The heart of a lion.
The chest tightness.
But there's one quarterback we have not been talking about. But where's my Stone Cold Steve Austin glass breaking? Dun, 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 dun. By God, that's Mike Tannenbaum's music. Mike Tannenbaum, ESPN, dropped his mock draft on ESPN, and he's got a curveball, folks. Well, he's got Bryce Young going. There it is. I'm gonna go full Jerry the King Lawler. Oh my God! It's Mike Tannenbaum. Wait a minute. Now hold on. So
it's a terrible. Either King or JR. I don't know who you're trying to be.
No, well, I was trying to be Jerry Lawler when he gets super excitable.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, my God! He gets very hyped. He gets squealy.
Squealy.
Okay. So, anyway, JR? Yeah, I don't do a very good JR. Anyway, he's got Bryce Young going to the Panthers and then CJ Stroud going to Houston. Okay, cool. I'll look at Will Levis going, from Kentucky going to Indianapolis. Glass breaks. Hendon Hooker to the Seahawks? We
haven't been talking about Hendon Hooker. I know he had a knee injury.
So this is what he says. Okay, this one might raise some eyebrows, but hear me out. I think Hooker is really under-scouted right now, largely because he's coming off a torn ACL in his left knee. But I love his strong arm and 6'3" frame. Before the injury, Hooker looked great for the Vols. Led the nation in yards per attempt through 2 interceptions over 11 starts. Was a top 10 passer in terms of completion percentage, 69%. Nice. I see potential franchise quarterback and someone who can lead an offense. Go watch his performance against Alabama if you disagree. And the thing to keep in mind is that the Seahawks did re-sign Geno Smith to a relatively team-friendly deal. It was a 3-year deal. So it's not completely out of the realm of possibility that somebody can move up like that and get and take the chance on Hendon Hooker. But so yeah.
Okay.
What?
Well, if you're Seattle and you have Geno Smith in place, you wouldn't have to use a primary asset on it. You would use a second or third or fourth pair. Okay.
Never underestimate a team reaching.
Yeah, they're the ones who created the game. They're the ones who took Russell Wilson in the third round.
I know. I'm with you on that. Look, I know we have some fun with the mock drafts. Every day you have to have a new mock draft. Sometimes they get absolutely bonkers nuts. I mean, I saw one today on CBS Sports where the Panthers were taking Anthony Richardson. Sorry, no, you don't move up. You don't trade what the Panthers trade to move up to the one spot from Chicago to take Anthony Richardson, a quarterback that you could have given up less to move up just slightly so that, somebody doesn't take a flyer on him before you. You were picking 9th, for heaven's sake. Anthony Richardson might have been there if that's what this was going to be about. So anyway, that's what we do with the mock drafts. But I did find that one with Hendon Hooker because I felt like we had just talked about it. The injury obviously matters. Hooker's a guy that's not going to go in the first round. I did see one mock draft in the last 24 hours that the big headline was Will Levis falls out of the first round. Why? Like, what did he do? Did he have a mask bong? I even think in 2023 that wouldn't affect you now, especially for a quarterback. So, no way Will Levis is dropping out of the first round. What are you talking about? Are you the one with the mask bong on?